Why don't you just start off by saying like who you are and how old you are and what you do for a living?
Terry Halloran. I'm 60 years old. I'm a financial manager at Ford.
Okay, so today's topic is about how communication technology has changed over your lifetime and where you think it's going in the future. The first question is, how has communication technology changed over your lifetime?
Uh, well, as a child we had phones. Obviously, we didn't have computers, um, so we didn't have email. You're talking about all kinds of communication, right?
Yeah.
General. Okay. Um, what specifically are you interested in? I mean,
Just any form of communication.
well, I mean, I remember when we grew up, we had a phone in the home, right? And there was usually one or two, one downstairs, maybe one upstairs, and they were landlines. No cell phones. We didn't have, when I was in college, we wrote letters. That was kind of a big thing. I don't think kids today write letters. In fact, I just got in touch with a friend of mine who found me on LinkedIn, and he hadn't talked to in 30 years. And I kind of said to him, we probably would have kept in touch better if there'd been,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook and cell phones and email and that kind of thing. So we didn't have any of that. Um, I remember my first decent job out after completing my MBA and stuff at Volkswagen. We didn't really have that was pre Excel and Word and all of that stuff. We did a lot of things by hand. We were using some software that was on, I think, maybe on mainframes. We didn't have, we had green screens or terminals on our desk. We didn't have PCs. Um, if we wanted to type up a letter or something, we basically hand wrote it, and we had a word processing team, and the secretaries did that. And it was a word processing team. We didn't do that on our own. Today, in the office, we do everything on our own. There's very few secretaries. You type up your own stuff. You do your own Excel spreadsheets. We use email. We used to use fax machines a lot. I mean, now there's hardly any fax machines in the office anymore. They're actually part of the regular copiers, and hardly anybody uses them. We send everything through email. Um, with encryption, there's security issues. Nobody writes letters anymore, so I can't think of anything else real quickly. So,
Okay. Do you think the changes benefit everyone, or does it make life harder for some people?
well, I think one of the things, I mean, is thing. I think any technology reduces jobs, and that's not always a great thing. That's a business thing, and I think it's kind of odd sometimes. Like you could say, hey, it's great we all now use word processors on our own. We all do our own, type our own communications, doing. But there used to be a lot of secretaries around. They're all gone. There's one or two in the office or something like that. So jobs are eliminated, and businesses are always trying to be more productive, right? So they want to put in things that make you can do more with less people, and they do that. Um, Sometimes I think again we have the same problem. We have so much information coming in, and we handle a lot of information. Sometimes it doesn't get used right or looked at right, but because we have computers and many ways of communicating. I think the other thing is now we're global. I don't know how we would have. We communicate with people in India on a regular basis, people in Europe on a regular basis, people in South America on a regular basis. We use, of course, you can just call them on our phone system. We email. We have instant messaging. Where you can just find out if a person's at their desk or whatever. We use that. We run like WebExes, so you can set up an email. You can set up a meeting and show on your screen. You know. Um, Excel spreadsheets, things like that. They can take ownership and point something out on the machine or whatever like that. So we use all those kind of tools. We're much more global even in the last few years than we've been. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's not always good because frankly, in some cases that means our jobs can be shifted off to lower cost countries. Political comment there, but nonetheless true. You know, I think that's one of the things that's allowed globalization to exist, and some of the loss of jobs has been the fact that communications is now possible. Now we have huge, lines of data running from each between countries and things like that. So, Is it good? I don't know. Makes business more productive. Allows you to do business in other countries. Sometimes you can lose jobs in your home country. So,
Okay. What changes in communication technology do you look forward to seeing in the future?
well, I'm not a technology expert, so I just imagine more of the same. The smaller and smaller um, PCs and lighter laptops. I remember carrying home from one of my early jobs a compact computer, which was kind of the precursor. It was like a little suitcase, you carried home. It was sort of a laptop, I guess. But it was like a suitcase like that. It was kind of heavy. Um, so I think imagine matter of continual miniaturization. I don't know what else will happen. I mean, we're becoming more. Everything's wireless already, so. Um, the offices are wireless. You can pick up your laptop now, walk down to another room. You didn't do that a few years ago. You can take the laptop and go down to the cafeteria at work or wherever and work anywhere. I think people are working more at home. Some companies actually are embracing that. They don't want to buy off. They don't want to pay for offices. They want you to work from home. It's cheaper for them. That's not always a good thing. I think you lose the contact with people and you're kind of a stranger that way. So some people like it. I don't know that I would adjust to that very well. Other than that, I don't know. I just probably improve communications with others. I don't know.
Okay.
Hard to tell.
Well, I think that's about it.
Okay.